Many fail quickly in the 3D printing business because they don't offer exclusive items and just sell what hundreds of others already have. But thanks to the AI boom, you can bypass that entirely. With Meshy.ai, you can generate unique models in minutes that your competition doesn't have, and print them instantly in multicolor with the Anycubic Kobra X. Did you know that the Elder creatures are the fastest growing line in the Schleich series? My boys love these figures as well, but there is simply way too little variety. Since I have a new affordable printer for multicolor printing here and a pro access to Meshy, I thought to myself, perfect. I will create completely new models in just a few minutes and print them in multicolor. By the way, I am also active as a 3D sculptor under the name FlexiLab and have several thousand downloads every month, but why spend hours or days sculpting something when today, thanks to the AI boom, there is the possibility to have something created in seconds. And today I want to address the topic that you can earn a lot of money with a small investment. And yes, even with monster creatures like these from the 3D printer, your first thought will be, but you are not allowed to do that because Schleich Elderdor holds the copyrights. And yes, that is true, you have to pay attention to things like that, but nobody has copyrights on monsters with crystals in their body. As long as I do not copy my figures one-to-one and do not call them Elderdor, everything is fine. Leaning into a style and getting inspired is allowed. I let ChatGPT create an image of the figure I want to print. I chose an ice snail, and that is for the reason that it is completely on the ground and needs little to no support structure. My image is finished and Meshy works really easily. I tested around with it a bit to see what functions there are. In my case, I simply create a model based on the image. It was almost frightening how well programs like this have developed over the last 2 years. The snail is simply perfect and will barely need any support structure. Since I want to use multicolor printing, lo and behold, there is a use texture function. I used to work a lot with Blender and Cinema 4D back in the day, and unfortunately something like that did not exist back then. My snail now has a texture. For game development or videos and images, this is perfect. For 3D printing, however, it is not ideal because there are too many colors. So I tried it again with the text function and fewer colors. It did not work. Better said, not yet, because I will go into more detail in just a moment on how we can partially bypass that, because right now we want to print first. In the print function, there is the option to send the model directly to a slicer. At the top, you can find the color setting options for the printer. I reduced it from 4 colors to 2, and this is what it looks like already. There are different colors to choose from here as well. The model was imported into the Anycubic slicer, and actually the creature is already pretty cool. However, it is not quite what I need yet, so I sat down with the color tool and started coloring it manually. The whole thing took me about 2 hours, and I was surprising myself how long it takes. For the multicolor print, the 3D printer manufacturer sent me the Anycubic Kobra X. A lot of things here reminded me heavily of the A1, which is a positive thing. But since the Anycubic is faster in multicolor printing and produces even less poop, meaning filament waste, I was looking forward to the printer. And for the first ice creature, these filaments are being used. Translucent PLI is particularly interesting for the crystals. And yes, you saw that I also have an Ace 2 Pro. You can store your filament dry there and also dry it, but I do not want to use that here, because this printer has the hanging option up here and I wanted to test that out. With the Bambu A1, you would have to buy an AMS light, which takes up a lot of space and costs money. Anycubic integrated the function directly into the print head, which is a much better solution. But to be fair, you also have to say that the A1 from Bambu is already older. After calibrating, I started directly with my model in 3 colors. I did not feel like printing benches anymore, which you constantly see in videos on YouTube for 5 minutes. The print went well, just like it should. The poop is shot to the side, but it also creates long stripes, which I am not familiar with. You always learn something new, even me. On the display you can see which filament is currently printing. I showed the finished printed part to my son and he was thrilled. So my other son wanted the exact same snail, but in a fire theme. The support structure was removed, and just take a look at this piece. It was completely created by an AI, unfortunately had to be colored manually by me, and was printed by one of the cheapest multicolor printers on the market. It is simply amazing to be able to produce something like this as a beginner. We will move on in just a moment, but I really wanted to show you this filament variant in orange and red. It looks really great for fire creatures and other models. Here I have some other color variants, and it is a good thing for the video that I printed it this way, because we need to talk about that right now. I started the print, and after several hours I noticed that the crystals are simply way too dark, even though the translucent PLA is actually quite vibrant. And that is where the problem lies. The printer does not purge enough filament. You have to adjust that manually, because especially after dark colors, like in my case, it needs to purge a bit more. I let it print on the default settings here, and you can see it right here, where the black snail shell ends and no more black filament is being used. Only then do we get that vibrant red color. I hope you will keep something like this in mind within your settings, but nevertheless it turned out to be a beautiful model. Here are the two in comparison. We are moving on specifically back into the area of Meshy. There are many different areas, but since this channel is all about 3D printing, let's dive deeper into that right now. We want to set things up so that I don't have to spend another 2 hours painting the model afterwards. So we generate another image using an AI and import it into Meshy. And just a few minutes later, we have a beautiful model. When it comes to sculpting, I'm not a pro, but I'm not a beginner either. Still, it would normally take me several days to model something similar by myself. I also had this image generated again, but using only two main colors, black and red. And I'm using this exact image as a texture now. Anyone who knows anything about multicolor 3D printing can already tell. This is so much better than the first model. In Meshy, I set the print export to just 2 colors and export it as a 3MF file. And lo and behold, it's not quite perfect yet, but I'm zooming in pretty close here. I only had to put a few more minutes into it to make it absolutely perfect for my project. The print is running in 3 colors again. This time I set the filament purge volume a bit higher, just so the translucent filament doesn't mix with the other colors. This is a print where I had absolutely zero printing issues using the stock settings. I even printed the multicolor model straight away without doing a test print first, and that's exactly how it should be. The support structure comes off easily, though it's often the case that this works flawlessly with matte filament anyway. Otherwise, you can simply increase the Z offset in the settings. And here we go, the second monster in the ice and fire variant turned out awesome as well. You can get great results like this even as a beginner. To test the multicolor feature once again, I had a new model generated in the same look. And as you can see, this one looked amazing too. Slap the texture on it and my dragon is ready. It gets exported in 2 colors again. This dragon was actually my favorite. After importing it into the slicer, there was so little to correct that it didn't even take me a minute. With the first model, I was sitting there for 2 hours just coloring it in. Maybe with a bit more experience in Meshy, you can get it completely perfect. It works great with Meshy.ai and the Anycubic Kobra X. If you want to use something like this commercially, you just have to make sure you don't violate any copyrights. So don't write down that it's a Lego product or anything like that. And don't hide brand names in the tags either. My boys were super excited about their new monsters. We had a straight up crystal monster battle going on in our living room. You can achieve great things with just a small idea, even as a beginner, because Meshy.ai handles the modeling and the Anycubic Kobra X does the printing. If you don't subscribe to the channel, you might not find my videos again, and that would be a shame. So leave a sub and use the links in the description to support me. Thanks and bye.